Hello again my friends. Destiny's comprehensive customization options are one of the game's most compelling features, building and evolving your ideal character, becoming legend. This is your destiny as a guardian of the last safe city on Earth, and this video is a detailed breakdown of the game's ambitious character building systems. That's right my friends, it's time once again to talk about Destiny. Let's start with Destiny's Guardian abilities. Now, each class in Destiny has a focus, and your focus will define how you play the game. Offensive, defensive, support, stealth, whichever role you wish to adopt, there'll be a focus that complements your particular playstyle. Now, the core ability of every focus is your super, and your supers are the spectacular way in which you unleash your destructive powers upon your foes, or indeed aid your allies. How you choose to play Destiny is entirely up to you, and the game's flexible upgrade trees within each focus will let you do exactly that. So far we know of 2 focuses per class, but you'll unlock more as you progress through the game. Let's have a look at all 6 focuses, starting with the Titan. First up, we have the Striker Codex focus. Its super is the Fist of Havoc, a devastating ground pound that obliterates any enemies caught in its shockwave. The Striker Codex is an offensive focus that enables the Titan to manipulate volatile arc energy to bring down foes. It's a focus built for close quarter action. If you like to get up close and personal, this is a great option. Now, the Striker Codex also includes an upgrade tree that will allow you to wield the Fist of Havoc with greater efficiency. For example, improved sprint and reduced enemy melee damage will allow you to rush a large group of enemies, unleash the Fist of Havoc, and then pull out with minimal damage. The next Titan focus we're going to look at is called the Defender Codex, and its super is the Ward of Dawn, also referred to as the Void Barrier, a protective ability that encases your guardian in a bullet-repelling bubble. The Defender Codex is obviously a defensive focus, built around strong protective elements as opposed to outright damage. Now, the Defender Codex includes an upgrade tree that tweaks the Ward of Dawn to buff allies who stand within its protective shield, to actually follow the Titan who equips it, or to remain stationary. The Defender Codex is particularly effective for zone control and defending specific areas on the map during competitive multiplayer. Next up, we have the Hunter, and the first focus we're going to look at is Gunslinger. Its super is the Golden Gun, a lethal one-shot killing machine able to obliterate groups of enemies with a single squeeze of the trigger. Now, the Gunslinger is an all-out offensive focus ideal for targeted high-damage attacks against a single enemy. Need something dead in a hurry? This is the focus for you. Now, the Golden Gun has 3 shots per use. Any hunter wielding it is endowed with deadly single-shot takedowns, and on a personal note, this is one of my favourite supers. The next hunter focus we're going to look at is Edgewalker, and its super is the Arc Blade, which allows you to summon an electrically charged energy blade to cut your enemies to shreds before they have time to react. The Edgewalker is a single strike melee focus built for deadly efficiency and agility, and its Arc Blade super allows you to move into dangerous situations with multiple enemies, burn through them with great speed, and clear out space for your team to then move through. And finally, we have the Warlock, and the first focus we're going to look at is the Order of the Void. Its super is the Nova Bomb, an ability that allows the Warlock to unleash a lethal blast of purple light, which when used mid-air, rains down death from above. Now, the Order of the Void is a powerful offensive focus, ideal for taking out groups of enemies from afar. The Nova Bomb's long-range mid-air projectiles allows the Warlock to keep a safe distance while simultaneously doling out serious damage. Now, the Warlock has been seen to unleash 3 balls of purple light simultaneously, which is likely something you'll unlock as you progress through the Order of the Void's upgrade tree. The next Warlock focus we're going to look at is the Order of the Sun. Its super is Radiance, which acts as a buff, enhancing the stats of your entire fire team for a limited period. Melee attacks, grenades and other abilities become more powerful. Now, the Order of the Sun is a support focus built around buffing and protecting allies. A Warlock equipped with Radiance will no doubt prove invaluable to a team hoping to make it through a raid. Now, as you progress through the game, you'll gradually unlock your focus's upgrades. For example, upgrades that change the effects of your grenades, your Guardian's distinct movement mode, and as mentioned earlier, the behaviour of your super ability. According to a journalist who was invited to play a pre-alpha build of the game, focuses have 8 levels of upgrades. Now, here's where things start to get really interesting. Players can choose to lock down their focus. Let me explain what this means. After experimenting with various focuses, you'll no doubt find something that really suits your playstyle. For example, you may find the Gunslinger focus an ideal match for your ultra offensive style of play. And if you're really happy with the upgrade choices you've made, you might consider locking this particular focus down. And once you do this, you're rewarded with additional benefits. Your stats may increase, you may become more powerful or level up a lot faster. In short, when you decide to commit to a focus, your Guardian benefits from a performance boost. Now, Bungie also describes another benefit of locking down focuses. Here's how Bungie's design lead Lars Bakken explains it. We look at how you customise your Guardian's abilities as a crucial way for you to differentiate and distinguish yourself from other players. If everyone could just flip their abilities freely, everyone's kind of the same. So when you come up with a clever way of playing your character, everybody is just a couple of minutes away from duplicating your successes. That's not as interesting as locking down your character and benefiting from the resulting performance boost. So then, locking down your focus benefits your Guardian in two distinct ways. Firstly, it grants you additional perks, and secondly, your Guardian begins to evolve in ways that really help to distinguish your character from those around you. Now, let's have a look at Destiny's Orbs of Light, the glowing blue globes that you see here. What exactly do they do? Well, before you can use your super ability, you need to fill your super meter. When your meter's full, you'll see a clear supercharged prompt appear on screen. You can now unleash your super by simultaneously holding down the left and right bumpers on your control pad. Now, whenever you use a super and successfully deal out damage, you'll generate blue orbs of light, which your teammates can pick up to fill their super meters. And this gives fire teams who work closely together a distinct advantage. You can feed off each other's supers, refilling on the orbs of light generated by successfully unleashing these abilities on your enemies. Fire teams who coordinate their attacks, communicate effectively, and work as a cohesive unit will prove deadly. You can of course summon your Sparrow at any time and jet off to do your own thing, but you won't benefit from those meter filling orbs of light. It's an excellent way of rewarding teamwork. Now, at the start of the video, I explained how your focus will define your playstyle and how each focus has an upgradable super ability. Well, many other abilities are also tied into your focus. Your grenades, your Guardian's distinct movement mode, and your melee attack all can be modified to further enhance your playstyle and create your ideal character. Now, according to journalists who were invited to Bungie Studio to play a pre-alpha build of the game, melee attacks are class specific, and so far we've seen one unique melee attack per class. Let's have a look at each of these in action. First up, we have the Hunter's Throwing Knife melee, a lethal projectile move that appears to insta-kill enemies if you score a direct headshot. Next up, we have the Warlock's awesome Jedi-like Force Push melee. Now, we've seen this move incinerate a Hive Knight, and we've also heard a journalist refer to it as a siphon that drains your enemy's energy, which suggests that your melee can be modified to perform in unique ways. Now, let's have a look at that Hive Knight getting a Force Push to the face. And finally, we have the Titan's Running Shoulder Barge, described by one journalist as a high-grade melee attack, which again suggests that each melee can be upgraded and tweaked to suit your preferred playstyle. Remember, we've also seen the Titan punch and perform a devastating knee barge. Now, in addition to your focus, your Guardian's guns also have a profound effect on gameplay, and just like everything else in the game, they too can be modified through their own distinct upgrade trees. You can purchase upgrades using Glimmer, Destiny's in-game currency, and other resources that you find on your adventures. And get this, you can also break down unwanted gear into raw components that reinforce your favourite weapons with new effects, including elemental damage. Those elements come in the form of arc, thermal and void, which further enhance your gun's damage output in unique new ways. And in addition to this, you can also upgrade your weapon's rate of fire, range, accuracy and stability, and there are even attributes called control, will and force, but Bungie aren't ready to reveal what exactly these do. The more you use your weapon, the more powerful it becomes, and as you progress through the game, you'll find increasingly bizarre and exotic weapons. A journalist who played a pre-alpha build of the game even named a few, my favourite of which is the Monte Carlo, an assault rifle with a built-in effing sword. But you'll also find shotguns that deal out explosive fire damage and fusion rifles that can be charged to release a multi-shot blast. And this is just a tiny sampling of the weapons you'll find on your adventures. Now, as well as your weapons, there are also 5 types of armour: head, chest, arms, legs and class. We'll talk about the class specific armour in just a moment. Now, every helmet, chest plate, gauntlet and leg piece that you equip can be upgraded and customised to make it more effective. Furthermore, all armour items have a range of stats that reveal their secondary qualities. For example, some pieces will increase the precision damage of your weapons, while others improve your movement speed. Some will reduce headshot damage or allow your supers to recharge faster. And get this, players will even have access to vanity slots that will allow you to customise the look of your Sparrow, spaceship and Ghost. Now, let's move on to the class specific armour. Each class in Destiny will have a unique armor slot in which you'll be able to customize your Guardian's looks. Hunters have capes, Titans have decorative cloth that ties around the waist, and Warlocks have bonds, which are bracelets that fit around the bicep. These class-specific armor slots add another layer of aesthetic customization, enhancing your individuality and indicating to others just how experienced you are. Rare cloaks and unusual-looking bonds will show other Guardians that you're a veteran gunslinger who's seen some serious action. Now, as you explore Destiny's universe, you'll occasionally find special items called Engrams, described by those who've played the game as unidentified magic items. Now, these particular items must be decoded before you can use them, and to do this, you need to take your Engrams back to the tower and pay a mysterious character named the Cryptarch to convert them into usable articles. And while you're in the safety of the Last Day City, you can also purchase items and compare your recently accumulated loot with other Guardians. So then, Destiny's comprehensive character building systems are some of the most ambitious ever committed to a first-person shooter. Focuses, supers, grenades, movement modes, melee attacks, weapons, armor and vanity slots all can be upgraded and modified to create your ideal Guardian, and staggeringly, what Bungie has shown us today is just a tiny sliver of what's to come. E3 is fast approaching now, and when it arrives you can expect another flood of new Destiny info. Bungie has confirmed that competitive multiplayer will be playable at E3, and that they'll finally reveal an exact date for the beta too. We know it's coming in July, but come E3 we'll have an official date locked down. The agonising wait to finally get some hands-on time with the game is almost over. We're almost there. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If we can get to 5,000 likes, that would be amazing, and show me that you guys like these longer breakdown videos. Subscribe for more Destiny news, and thanks for watching, you beautiful bastards. Here comes that mother chuff of a boom. Hello again my friends, really glad to see you made it beyond the boom. Now if you click the on-screen image, it will take you to a video in which I break down every single game mode in Destiny. It's kind of a companion piece to this video. If you watch both, you'll be fully up to date with all the new Destiny info that came out after the info embargo lifted. And just so you know, I still have a heap of Destiny content that I'll be uploading to this channel on a regular basis. I plan on making a video in which I cover all those fun miscellaneous bits of info that I couldn't really fit anywhere else. For example, did you know that when exploring for loot in Destiny, you'll hear an audio cue when you're near treasure that you can't see? Now, anyone who's played the original Crackdown will feel a pleasant pang of nostalgia. And guys, I've also created a poll that I'd like you to vote in. The question is, which is your favourite focus in Destiny? The Striker Codex, Defender Codex, Gunslinger, Edgewalker, Order of the Void, or Order of the Sun? I've left a link to this poll in the description box below, so be sure to check it out and give it a vote. I may even use the results in a future video. You'll also find links to all my social media there too. If you want daily Destiny info, be sure to follow me on Twitter. And one last thing before I go, I've hidden a beta access code in this video. If you want to redeem it, you'll need to be lightning quick as these things go super fast. Good luck, and as always, until next time, Guardians.